So, it's a brand new day. Just got back from church. I was really tired this morning because last night I was on duty, so I was up until 2:30 about. So I came back to Gustavus. I had some Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, and I'm inspired. And so, I'm gonna be working on part of one of my projects, which is the Colony House full album cover. The song I'm working on today is Won't Give Up. Sometimes when you're tired, you don't feel like doing stuff that you probably should do, or that is beneficial for you in the long run. So I'm just doing that. A huge part of my creative process with the guitar is recording lots of melody and then like doubling the different octaves of the same melody to kind of add energy to it. Here's an example. There's some ideas that you have, if you have a creative idea and you execute on it a little bit, the idea just kind of starts coming to fruition. When you complete a project like that, some people can recognize the idea and think it's a pretty cool idea. And then there's projects where you take the idea and you execute it all the way through to fruition. In those projects, people can more clearly see the benefits of the idea, not just the idea itself, and they can see that it works. And then there are projects where you take the idea, you make it work, and then you almost make it self-aware. You take all the parts of the project and you make it like a thing, and you make it homey and something you can live inside. And that's what my favorite artists do. They don't just make an album, it's an idea, where you listen to a song and say, I haven't thought about that, like doing that in a song before. And it's not just like an idea to execution where you could say, oh, that's a nice song with a creative idea in it. It's those two things plus worked on so heavily that the whole thing just feels like intentional and like it knows itself in a way. And I think that's what happens with these that's the point of doing these guitar tracks, is that all these little guitar parts are like voices within the song, and they all kind of work together to the point where the song kind of is interacting with itself. Here it is without reverb. I was thinking about which thing I enjoy better in my life, making videos or making music. And I think the answer is making videos, but I'm not quite sure yet. And that's kind of how I've lived my whole life. I've been doing many different things at once and kind of liking a lot of them at some times and disliking a lot of them at other times, and you just kind of do it all in the hopes that someday you'll kind of figure out what your thing is. And I think everybody does that in their own way. No matter what you do, I think it's comforting to know that there will always be an element of drudgery involved. I love video making, I love music making, but if you really love something, you're not gonna like it all the time. But the amount of care and effort that you can put into something while you don't necessarily like it in the moment increases exponentially the joy you can get out of that thing in the end. And so when I'm making this cover of When I Was Younger by Colony House and doing all the songs, it's not like I want nothing more with 4 hours of my Sunday afternoon than to work on that for 4 hours. But I recognize that I'm going to thank myself when I have this music that I've made over the course of this year, and a kind of a memory book. And I'm also going to put video to it of like all the things that happened this year. And I don't even know those things. I haven't even experienced all the things. I haven't even come close to experiencing all the things I'm going to experience this year. But I'll have them in a memory form, in a video form that I can have forever. So you put in the work and do the things even when you don't really want to, even when you don't like it, because you love it. So I finished up making that music and getting some stuff ready for the week, and then I found this park. Right here in St. Peter. Makes me sad when I find a place like this that I just completely didn't even bother trying to find. cool park like this, or like look around to see what was an option in St. Peter. And all of a sudden there's this beautiful park. So please enjoy a little nature montage here at the park.